All right, so 9 days ago, Overhand Interactive actually uploaded a video that we didn't get to cover. And 5 days ago, they uploaded a brand new video as well. So we're going to go through these videos and we're going to talk about them. This is the very first one. This was, again, 9 days ago. Let's watch this right here. This video goes over quite a few things. It goes over the movement. It goes over like focus movement, as you guys are seeing right there. It goes over some loose movement. As you can see, the focus movement is a little bit slower, more deliberate. You know, this is more deliberate movement. You're more grounded. And then you've got the loose movement where things are a little bit faster. You have a little bit more freedom. You can be a little bit more creative, I guess. And then from loose movement, I believe they started to showcase some of the hit reaction stuff that they're working on. Look at that. All over the place. To the left, to the right, backwards, to the left. And then they're showing, all right, they're showing directional dashes to the front again, backwards, to the right, directional dash. And then they show directional dashes into strikes. Like a forward, look at that, forward moving jab, forward moving dash into a jab, forward moving dash into a right hook, forward moving dash into a right hook to the body. And then some combinations right there. And then as you can see, they're showcasing some of the ragdoll and hit detection, hit reactions that they've added to the game. And then right there, you're seeing some kicks as well. Before we actually break down what we're seeing, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Elephant in the room is one, this is pre-alpha footage. Everything we're looking at right here is not the final product. The game is still going to be tweaked and changed and built. I mean, a lot is going to change from now until whenever it is this game actually finally drops. So nothing we're seeing right here is final. That much is pretty clear. But as you can see, right, like the arms are a little bit T-Rex, right? That's pretty obvious. You know, it would be odd not to talk about it. You know, arms are a little bit T-Rex. And as I'm watching it, you know, kind of it looks like you see the distance between the shoulder and the actual bicep. That's realistic. That's anatomically correct. But then when you take a look at the forearms, right? The forearms looks like it needs to be elongated a little bit. The size of the gloves looks good to me, but it kind of looks like the gloves is so big that like the end of the gloves kind of starts almost to your elbow, right? And that's not really how gloves fit, right? The glove should be like around here. Like around here, as opposed to all the way down here. And I think the reason why it looks like that is because the distance between the forearm here, like the elbow all the way to like to your fist, this needs to be longer. It's pretty short right now. And so with the gloves, it's looking like that. This is just, it's deformed, so it needs to be elongated a little bit. If they make that a little bit longer, this is going to be fixed. I'm pretty sure they know that, and they're going to deal with that when the time comes. Full spectrum weave modifier. Looks like you can essentially, like we have a 360 weave in the game. Look at that. You can move in every single direction, and there is no space in between your ability to move your head and your ability to actually throw and counter, which is one thing we talked about early on that I really appreciate and like about this game. It's going to make things feel very fluid. It's going to make things feel very fast, which is pretty good. I'm going to leave a link to this particular video in the comments in the description below so you guys can go watch it yourself. As you can see, this is not the actual quality of the video they uploaded, but I had to kind of download it in this way so that it's manageable. It's a big file, so let's go back and talk about the section that just has me worried a little bit. And I only say worried only because I've just seen this issue in many games, both early on pre-alpha and when the game actually drops. So the reason I'm mentioning it right now, I wouldn't even mention it right now if I hadn't already seen this problem from pre-alpha all the way to the game being dropped. And it almost seems like it's just something that sometimes developers kind of overlook. So I'd like to point it out right now, okay? Some of these hit reactions, they look good, but what I've noticed from the EA games all the way to freaking Undisputed, just I've seen this happen so much, is that a lot of times the hit reactions affect only one aspect of the body. And something, when you look at it, you can tell there's something wrong, but you can't really pinpoint it. And usually what's wrong is that only one part of the body is being moved. And what you guys will notice right here is that the fighter is like this. He gets bopped in the head, only his head moves. Meanwhile, his hand stays stiff, his body stays stiff, his leg is stiff, nothing else is moving besides his head. Let me show you guys right here. Look at his head. See that? His head, he's been hit with an uppercut. His head is all the way up here, but the arm position doesn't move even a little bit. Nothing happens to the arm, nothing happens to the legs, nothing happens to the torso. And that's just not the way the human body moves. If I ask you to stand this way and I push your head, you will have to physically try to keep everything still and only move your head. Even as I'm doing this, you see my arm going up. Your head moves the rest of your body. If I turn your head in this direction, it's very difficult to turn your head without the rest of your body moving. Like, your head controls everything. And so if a force forces your head backwards, it's going to force your torso backwards. It'll force your hands backwards. If you're like this and I hit you, your hands might go flying. It'll look something like this. The hands will go flying. Your legs will buckle a little bit. Your torso will move. It's not going to be this stiff thing. Boom, to the left, right? It ends up just looking uncanny, unnatural, right? So watch that again. Look at that. It's like, hand is, like, it's just very, very unnatural. You know, he gets hit to the body. You're not seeing the body like buckle this way. Like, the human body was not designed to be hit. We're not statues. We're very fragile, right? If someone makes contact with your body, it's gonna move you. You're gonna buckle a little bit. And look at how it's when I buckle to the side, my hand is not here, and I'm just doing this. It's the hand comes down, the head comes down, this hand moves, the whole body reacts. Your whole body moves as one, as something is happening to it. As someone's hitting you, your body is, every part of your body is moving. And so I would really love to see them just please start right now as you're tweaking these hit reactions. Just look at it. Make sure the legs are moving, the torso is moving, the hands are moving. Every part of the body is moving naturally. If you have to watch footage, watch a lot of boxing footage. How are people reacting when they're getting hit? And then please make sure you don't overlook that, because I've seen it happen so many times. You don't want to ship the game with it still looking like this. Please. This video is already longer than I was hoping it would. The next thing I want to talk about with this particular footage, I know a lot of players tend to really like the Rock'em Sock'em feel, because I don't know, it feels more fun. It feels more like a brawl. People really enjoy brawling. But I would like to see more stopping power in this game at some point. I'd like to see strikes interrupting each other. Not overly interrupting, but where it makes sense. Like right there. You see that head kick? Look at that. You get hit with a head kick like this. Boom. You're not gonna eat the head kick and then just keep going like nothing happened. There's gonna be, just even if it's a little bit of a pause. It's a human body being struck with the freaking shin. It will do something to you. It'll knock you back. It'll halt you a little bit before you can then start moving again. And this is where it might sound odd, but traditional fighting games actually maps onto reality when you look at this. Because in traditional fighting games, you have block stuns, you have hit stuns, you have stuff like this that determines who gets to go first after an action has been performed. And all of these actually map onto reality. Now, I've been boxing for a while right now, and I notice it even more. You get hit, there's a shock, there's a stun that happens. You can't just blow through everything that hits you. And so I would like to see that added to the game realistically, not over the top to where like Not like EA MMA, where like the tiniest jab freaking halts you in your spot. That's not what I mean. But realistically, sometimes you should be halted completely. Sometimes it should cause a deflection to where like when you get hit, the shot deflects. So it whiffs, right? But that's going to it's going to encourage and also reward pinpoint accurate strikers, players that are pinpoint accurate. Pop you with a jab and move. Pop, jab, jab, cross. The last thing we want is a situation where like I'm timing you properly and you're just windmilling shots. I hit you with a cross way before your animation begins, and before I can pull my cross back, you hit me with a freaking hook because you're just swinging. That would not be good either. It really, Fight Night Champion had that problem. Fight Night Champion had that problem. So just please learn from Fight Night. Do not repeat that same issue from Fight Night. EA UFC does a very good job with that, with stopping power, halting you at the right time. So look at what they did with that, and then just go from there. All right. That's pretty much what it is for this particular footage. The rest of the footage is just, you know, just them showcasing some striking. Look at that beautiful head movement. I love how they bend at the knee. This head movement is really, really realistic. They bend at the knees, and then you just weave in, and then you can combo shots from the weave. There's no pause or anything. It's seamless. It feels good. Just one thing this game just does very well is just the fluidity of it. It just looks really, really good. It looks fast. But that's it for this particular footage. Let's go ahead and watch the second one they uploaded. That one's about 40 minutes. I mean, not 40 minutes, 40 seconds long. There's not much to say about that, but let's check it out. All right, so this one right here, you're just showcasing, there's some beautiful camera angles right here. I'm curious if these are actually playable camera angles. My guess is they are. I'll probably just use this one right here. Yeah, this angle right here is probably the camera angle I'm gonna want to be playing with. These are the ones right here will be really nice in terms of making videos. And what I don't know is how they're actually able to switch back and forth with camera angles. I wonder if they have something built in the game that can just instantly switch the camera angle for you, kind of like a GTA or like a racing game where you can like click a button and then next thing you know the camera angle like switches right away. Maybe there's something like that. That would be dope. We haven't seen a fighting game do that. Usually to switch camera angles you got to go into settings and then pick a specific camera angle. But man, imagine if there was something that allows you to switch camera angles as you're fighting. Oh my God, that would be so fun. Imagine that, right? Like if it was on the PlayStation, like this button right here, what if it did that? And right as you're fighting, boom, you click this button, camera angle changes. Hey, if you guys haven't done that, and I just gave you an idea, shit. That would be something. That would be something new no one else has done when it comes to fighting games like this. But yeah, that's gonna do it, man. Thank you for watching. If you guys, let's finish this off. If you guys enjoyed the video, go right ahead and leave a like. Once again, this is pre-alpha footage. I understand that everything here will be adjusted. It will be tweaked. It will be fixed. And this is not the final version of the game, but there's certain things that are important for us to mention very early on. So that's what we're doing right here. Thanks again for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. I'll see you boys later. Peace out. Have a good one.